Friday Night KitBash. Friday night. Friday Night KitBash. Friday Night KitBash. Friday Night KitBash. Yo, it's Friday Night KitBash. Friday Night KitBash. And the Wicked Wookie. Friday Night KitBash.
Hey, everybody, Webc here, and welcome to Friday Night KitBash. And we're starting the show a little bit early tonight. We were a little late last week, but early this week. Nothing's different. I'm just a little excited to get the show started and dive into this new kit that I got. You're gonna like it. It's not really a new kit. It's been around for a while. Gundam Exia Dark Matter. So it's I've been watching a lot of Double O here lately, and so this will be a fun build. This is what it looks like. Get into this. It looks pretty sweet. It's in my understanding, all I gotta do is put it together. It's already cool colors. I don't need to paint it or anything. So it's gonna be fun. And you are joining me for the full unboxing. I haven't done anything with it yet. So it's all brand new. I got my trusty dusty nippers with me. And these things are pretty good nippers. So if you have a chance, go over to USA Gundam store. They've got these good nippers. It's their brand nipper. So that's why I'm telling you to go there. Otherwise, if you're looking for better quality nippers, head on over to our sponsors at Clarksville Hobby Depot LLC and check out their selection of hobby tools. And I'm sure we have some nippers over there on stock for Clarksville Hobby Depot. So head on over there and check that out. All right, first pack. We're going to use the scissors as well. Pull that bad boy out. Shiny scissors. All right. Here is our first set of runners that we're gonna unload and look at. We're just gonna pile them up over here as well, like right here. Yeah, I got somebody coming in to hang out. Let's see, is this Mike Watson? Yes, sir. Hey, Mike Watson, how's it going?
Going all right. Can you hear me?
I can definitely hear you.
All righty, that's good. Okay, good.
Yep. We are going, and I am working on this right here, this bad boy. This is a P Bandai release kit, I believe.
I think
wanted.
Yeah, that's the master grade. I'm thinking that's probably the P Bandai release on the Imposter Exia.
Yeah, PPSE Works custom made mobile suits. So we're on the first runners. Here we go. So we got some beam sabers. Let's see the N1 runner. Let's see, it's got a little bit of everything on this runner. It's got some midsection, some leg, some torso, some shoulder, and some butt flaps. All right. So that's what's going on that runner, N1. All right, now we are on. This is like the A runner. That's why I pulled this one first, because I was like, that looks like A runner. We should look at the A runner. A runners are always cool to look at. You guys see that stuff? Man. So that is so cool. And then there's the rest of the A runner. So that's pretty good. Right now we're just checking for parts and flaws and stuff like that, making sure everything's still where it's supposed to be. All right, here's our next bag of parts. Ooh, I really think that's an awesome color, red.
Oh, wait, hold on. Hey, check it out. I started out my Guardian Strike Gundam, and these are the bottom of the feet that I painted, and I used the paint the paint markers.
Mike, your camera's out, Mike.
My camera's out. Can you see?
I can't see anything. I can just see it's just a blank screen. That's all we're getting from you.
Hang on. I'll be right back.
Yeah. All right, and so we got this little nub piece right here. There we go. Mike Watson's back.
Anyway, I'll show you one. See, this
Oh,
was
there we go. Hold on.
okay. Yeah, this is from my Guardian Strike Gundam. But yeah, I used my paint markers, and I think I did a pretty decent job, though. I'm sure there's still some areas that need touch ups. I mean, so I don't know. I don't know if my sister's nail polish has got the same colors as what I use for the feet, but I also did the rear skirt armor. I did the beam saber racks. Where's my other beam saber rack? This one here too. Yeah, and the two beam saber racks and these sabers were the parts that I got from Odin's Mecha Parts.
Oh yeah, you were telling us all about that.
So I mean, yeah, it came in good, and also I also did the goatee as well. So instead of the goatee being red, is blue.
Oh, okay.
I'll admit I was tempted to actually do the whole head the same type of light blue, but I was like, yeah, no, I want to try and at least keep some. I want to try and keep some originality. Oh yeah, one last thing. I also did the midriff too, the red midriff. And I painted that blue as well. All with the paint marker.
Okay.
But yeah, right now, and the other thing is from one of my, and I also took out the ability to mount striker packs because as part of the story goes is the pilot didn't want to have that extra cost of having to have a mobile suit with all the extra extra equipment.
Oh, we're getting to the cool runner here. Check it out. So runner C is usually white. So here's runner C. It's usually a white runner. And so in this exia, runner C it's not black. It's more of a dark gray, like a double dark gray. Looks really nice. It's a very nice detailed injections and stuff. I like it. All right. And this red is just pop out into your face red.
Yeah.
Do you believe it? There's still more runners.
Wow.
There's 2 more bags. There's still more bags after this.
I don't know. Bandai's got the strike dagger out for it. Yeah, the HDCE strike dagger out for pre-order again. I'm kind of tempted to pre-order another one and go on USA Gundam store and pick up a couple of the Gundlava Lova mobile dolls and pick them up too, and try and do another KitBash project with that as well.
Alright, so these are stickers. These are not water slides. But these are like the really nice P Bandai stickers.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. We'll see. I think I do have an Exia water slide set, so I won't be upset. But this kit really doesn't look like it needs it, but I will be using these chrome stickers. All these chrome stickers they give you.
Oh
I
yeah.
like these stickers. These stickers are always fun to use. So let's see. This is a silver injected mold part. So all the sword blades are silver injected. I'm digging that, right? Silver injected's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think the first time I saw the water slides in a kit, it was for diver Ayame. It was at a building
Okay.
back in St. Louis, and I just saw the water slides, and I'm like, I don't think I can use these.
Now I think those on the instructions for this kit, there's going to be a lot of parts that aren't getting used, I believe. Because this kit, if you look at this, like, they just give me these two huge runners.
Uh,
And it looks like there's some duplicates. So
yes,
these are the legs. This is a leg runner, the inner frame of the legs.
yeah,
This is the upper body inner frame and the arms inner frame and the hands.
yeah,
Okay. And then I got like two more inner frames and outer frame sections, like right here.
yeah. That's the um, at least what I've noticed, because I noticed that with my two kits, even right dagger kits, they will come with extra parts, and I think that's primarily it's because they might from the kit that they were designed from.
Yeah.
So I hate bringing the strike dagger up again, but the strike dagger was used. Actually, the parts for it are similar to the strike Gundam. So you might have parts, leg parts for the strike, uh,
Right.
and I think it's even the same with Dagger L too, because I think even the Dagger L was molded that they took the HGCE Ale Strike and used
Oh, okay.
the design for the Dagger L and the Strike Dagger.
This is pretty neat.
Yeah,
Just the amount of runner. Oh, got a polycap runner. And here is the clear parts runner.
yeah, yeah. The clear parts are always fun to.
Fancy. I should just paste this up there until I'm done building this kit. Make everything dark matter. All right. Big silly and goofy. That's this. That's the kit. Um, I'm excited. I really am. Like this is cool. Over here on display, as you can see in the dustproof box, is the kit that I just finished working on. This thing is talk about it for a little bit now that we're done with the unboxing of the exia. Hold this guy front and center for a moment. This is Sinanju Stein HG narrative version. It's in a dustproof box now because I just don't want to have to touch it anymore. I don't want to do anything. I I gotta pull it back out after it's done fuming for another week or so and give it a good top coat. But it's got to fume. It's like all the lacquer that I put on it really needs to air out and dry off.
Uh,
So even in this little box, there's some cracks in this box that allows air to get in and out, but it just doesn't allow dust particles to get in and out. So this will be okay for now for me, and we shall see it here. But 100 hours of sanding and buffing every piece, every part that got chromed,
uh,
and then um yeah, that was like the most long, tedious part about the build. Uh, Other than that, I had fun detailing up the inner frame and stuff, painting all the inner frame parts and making those look nice. Um, I did not chrome the funnel burners on the back here, the 6 funnels or whatever. I didn't do those. I felt like if I just painted them silver, they would look appropriate. and I kind of got away with that. I also detailed other parts like on the joints and down by the ankles and stuff, and the rods and the tubings. I did a bunch of detailing with silver paint with that, and then the hands and the chest plate also got some silver detailing. But overall, I mean, it took it was a labor of love to get this chrome to even shine. So I'm pretty happy it's as nice as it is. I got
Yeah.
some really cool videos footage coming out that I've been like slowly releasing of it and everything with it like hitting it with like a strobing rainbow light where it changes from like blue, red, yellow, green, purple and stuff like that. And then I also got one of it with just regular lights on it, just shining and shimmering and stuff. So that's the coolness of this. This is my second HG Sinanji that I've built. So this one, I happened to be at the store and there was the only one on the shelf. So I picked it up. I was like, yeah, this is a hard to find kit. So then I decided, well, why not paint it chrome? Like it would look really cool if it was chrome. And now, like now that I'm looking at it, I think it looks like Megatron. I don't know what else to say. Like we get up there and look at it, it just looks like Megatron sitting there in that box. So I'm pretty happy with it overall. There's no complaints here. Everything went together well after chroming it and stuff. I did have a few pieces in the beginning of the build that were just like not happy to go together because of all the buildup of paint, primer, and chroming and all that stuff.
Mhm.
So that's something you should watch out for when you're painting. Make sure your the connecting areas that make it all connect and lock together. Make sure you're not caking that up with paint and stuff while you work. That's a good tip because I always forget. I paint everything. Like my whole thing is I've learned you just paint all the surfaces. Make sure it's coated. But
I I think I learned that when I did my gym custom and I painted it when I took it and painted took it from Fetty and made it into AU version,
yeah,
and I just painted, and then it was like, oh, oopsie, I need to scrape paint off so I can make sure parts go together. And I don't know how many lunch breaks I spent at work just to get my gym custom looking the way it is right now. But yeah, I think with my Guardian Strike Gundam, I'm definitely gonna have to do some touch up. And unless my sister's got nail polish that's the same color as what I got, because she just told me, she was like, "Hey, you can use my nail polish," and I'm like, "Really?" She's like, "Yeah." Like, okay.
yeah. I used to back in the late early 2000s, mid 2000s. If you thin out nail polish, it can work as some good enamel paint. Like
Huh.
if you get good enamel nail polish, oh yeah, just thin it out a little bit with some industrial, I believe industrial thinner works, and yeah,
Waterwork.
shouldn't be too bad. It's an interesting thing, but yeah, I've done it before. Uh,
Yeah.
Hand painting.
As soon as I get as soon as I get mobile suit built, the next strike is to build. It's for me to build that armored spear that supposed to be like attached on the back of the suit, set in place where the striker packs were supposed to be.
Oh, okay.
And I think I've got I might have like an extra poly cap because I keep all my poly caps,
Right.
all, and I just got to figure out how to get that thing built. Make sure and make and of course make sure that I can that this the suit is going to be able to hold it properly.
Oh, okay.
I mean, there are a couple other weapons I could make, but I'm kind of thinking I probably will pass on that for now.
All right.
But yeah, the only weapons it'll have is it's like an armored spear and 2 beam sabers, no shield, and the only ranged weapon it'll have is the 75mm Eagle Stellans that are
Oh,
mounted
okay.
on the head.
Cool. Let's see. My current kit bash or my current custom kit bash is I got this guy that I'm working on. He is the Shining Death.
Ooh.
So he's got a custom lance,
Uh-huh.
and then he's got a custom backpack system. So right now it just looks bulky. I don't know. I'm gonna figure out something for it, but so it all connects just like it's supposed to.
Well, that's good.
So and then the core flyer, comes out. It kind of has like now it has like a little transformation for it to be a core flyer, and then these come out. So then that's the new custom core flyer.
Nice.
So and
Yeah,
then
I'm not
yeah,
a
I'm just gonna paint it all gold.
okay. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the core fighters. I'm not really.
No, I can totally understand. Like the G Gun, some people aren't fans of G Gundam. I'm a big G Gundam fan. Like that's one of my favorite Gundam shows.
Oh yeah.
So
I mean,
so that's
I can see the need. I can see the need for. I can see the need for a core fighter or a core flyer in G Gundam. That I get. So in case somebody decides to get a little too rambunctious, you can just pop out of there.
well, yeah, it's pilot safety, of course. Yeah, well, because it's not like you're not necessarily playing a death sport. You are just trying to like just incapacitate your opponent. You're not trying to kill them. So with that all in mind, that's the one thing I did like that was different about G Gundam is you you weren't supposed to kill. Like that wasn't your mission. You're just supposed to be the better pilot. You know what I mean? Like and so that's one of the things. The whole show, just everything about G Gundam's awesome. I think they did a great job with it. The Gundams all just oh man, it was one of the first shows to just be like, here, we could imagine any kind of Gundam and you can have it. Like it's kind
They,
of the original build divers, if you will.
they need to make the Tequila Gundam a reality.
Oh Jesus, everybody in that dang Tequila Gundam. Well, you know what? There is one person who built a 3D printed. There's a 3D print out now for Tequila Gundam.
Well, even the build divers version of the Tequila Gundams, it's awesome because it's got that missile launcher that you see from I think it's like from the Arios. Yeah, it's like from the Ari. Yeah, it had King dragging a missile launcher from the Arios Gundam.
Okay.
But yeah, it's episode 4, season 1 for Build Divers, and that's where you see that Tequila Gundam.
Okay. No, I've seen the Tequila Gundam in a couple places. So if it's in Build Divers, that's cool. I've seen it in Super Robot Wars.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's just in like the background. It's not like it doesn't get shown up front, but it's just like floats in the background. Super Robot Wars. And then I've also seen it. There's like in one of the Gundams where all the Gundams show up to save the day. We're all like I don't know which one it is. There's a Gundam where all the Gundams show up.
Oh. I don't know that one. I know that I'd seen that Gundam GP01 full burn Zephyranthes full burn yarn makes a cameo in G Gundam right before he gets blown up. You there?
Open up, you stupid thing. Hello?
Yep,
I'm here. Yeah, I don't know. It's not keeping the software open, or the software's not keeping the machine open. We shall fix that next week. I don't know what to think about that. So my screen kept going dark. I've been having to tap on my screen to keep it lit up and everything while we're rolling. It's weird. It's different. It's news to me. And yeah, okay, so here we are. I just snipped out that second little runner. This is gonna annoy me, so we're just gonna set this runner aside right away. So yeah. And then what are we looking at for runners here? Did we get a count on them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 runners.
Wow.
Not counting the beam sabers. I didn't count the beam sabers. So it'd be 21 with beam parts. That's not bad. That's a good master grade size.
Yeah. Well, I haven't gone up to master grade yet. The highest for me that I've done is the 172, but that was with the Zoids.
Uh-huh.
That's the highest I've done is the 172 with the Zoids, but I haven't. I don't know. I guess I'm still just a little afraid of going up to master grade because I kind of have that fear that I have with real grade that there's going to be so many articulating parts and that you can look and that you just and all it takes is you lose one part and bang, the whole kit can be ruined.
Yeah, I mean you risk that with a high grade too, you know. You lose that one polycap that's holding the foot in place and you're screwed.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean I can definitely attest to that too. You know, like so if that's like a limitation you're putting on yourself for what you're worrying for, just remember you take that risk with any kit you build. It's not just the master grades.
Oh yeah,
So,
I know.
but I get how you can understand and say like the master grade's a bit more of an investment to make for when you do that. But look at the way I build. I'm building, right here on my table, and I've got plenty of space and everything between me and the table, so I can see where everything falls. I got 4 different spotlights in here because I'm running also as a filming studio for it. So I got a bunch of light, so I don't lose parts as easily because I can just shine light, and that helps too to have a couple extra lights for that. So just thinking and thinking and thinking. Man, there's lots of crazy parts for this kit, though.
Yeah,
This is just nuts.
I'll admit I'm a little tempted to dive into the SD, and I think the first SD kit I'd want to try and get is the Sun Shang Xiang Strike Rouge.
Oh, okay. The first so me and my daughter did a bunch of SD kits. And we got a couple cool ones. We've got we went and we did I can't remember the exact name of it, but he's like Ultron Gundam, but he's got like purple spirit powers. It's pretty cool. And then she got a Wing Gundam, a new Gundam, and a couple other things before she switched up to high grade.
Uh,
But she did quite a bit on SD kits, and they're pretty cool.
I mean, I almost thought about going over to the star winning Gundam, but I I'd seen a YouTube video about the star winning. Oh, for anyway, about the star winning Gundam, and it said that it wasn't exactly the best build, wasn't exactly the best kit, and that they had problems with it, especially
Okay.
especially transforming it from SD to real mode.
Yeah, I mean, any of the silhouettes, I had an issue like trying to hook up a silhouette to a kit.
Uh huh.
Like that was really bothersome with the SDs because they advertise how the silhouettes make the kit so much better and everything, and you buy the right silhouette for the kit, then you go to install it and it doesn't match up with the kit
Yeah.
at all. And I'm like, well, what's the point of that? So there's that too. I don't know if you've heard of anybody having issues with that, but I have. So
Nope, I haven't heard of anybody doing that, having that.
so as you can see, guys, I'm just going through and doing my first round nip on every runner, and then I'll go back and do my second round nip and cleanup afterwards. So this is how you eliminate stress marks, is because you nip as far away from the part as you can, so you don't have any stress marks on the when it comes off the runner, and that's where you eliminate all your stress marks. And then don't forget, clip out your runner label. Ah, come on, my spring, my spring came undone on this nipper I use. I got a magnet holding one side in,
Uh huh.
but as you can see, the spring just likes to come out of place once in a while. All right, so double check, make sure you got everything, all the parts. So then I got these bins. I put all my pieces in the bin to keep them separate from each runner. And that way, when I'm going through the manual, all I got to look is what runner letter I'm looking for. And then I can find the parts in that runner letter. And usually that's been what works well for me. So here we go. And they stack too. So once you get more than one, they stack up so they don't tip or they don't crowd up the floor.
I think what I do is I mean I don't have the containers, and I'll admit I did think about, okay, just nip out all the parts, and I think at one point I tried to do like a bag for arms, a bag or container for legs, that kind of thing. That way I'd have all the parts there, and it just didn't work out. I think it just didn't work out for me because I don't know. I guess I kind of prefer the chaos.
Well, there's Louis V. He nips the whole kit out into one bin, and then he'll sit there and go through and just find. I really don't know how he does it, but he goes through and he just puts all the parts in the right spot. It's like almost like he treats Gunpla like Gunpla is Lego,
Uh huh.
where because you don't nip the Legos out, you just pour the bag out and you have to hunt and peck for the parts. And that's kind of what I think he treats Gunpla as. So I don't know if that's really how he's doing it, if that's what his like strategy of build is. But he'll go through and build 2 or 3 kits at a time with that strategy. And I can't do that. My brain doesn't work that way.
I think I did. I think I did something similar. Especially like if I get two copies of the same kit, I'll try and do both of them at the same time because I did that with my strike dagger and the others, yeah, with both Strike Dagger kits. Even though one of them I made into my Gundam dagger. Well, we'll see. And I got a dog that's barking.
Dogs are cool.
Oh, I know. Oh, yeah. But she's next door, and not sure if she's gonna try to jump over the fence again.
Oh well, it happens.
I don't know. She was trying to do that last week when I was on the show.
Oh, okay. She saw you. And she's like, I gotta get to him.
Something like that, but also we got somebody who's tearing up the front and backyard, putting in a whole new like irrigation system, doing some concrete work and putting in new sod.
Shoot. I don't know if that's a good idea this year, but okay. That crazy dry weather pattern started this year, so
My
it's gonna be hot and dry.
my dad's smart. He know he'll figure it out. He practically does. And I swear his brain runs at like 5 terabytes a second. I swear it does.
Yep. And then yeah. Other than that, I have not seen the new movies yet, but Beast Wars, the new Beast Wars Transformers movie is out.
I'm wondering if they're gonna do like we know the Autobots and the Decepticons, but since we've got these Beast robots, are they gonna try and do Maximals? Maximals and the Predacons like they did in the old Beast Wars show. Do you remember the Max?
Well, okay, so how this is what the current story is where the two converge, where the two shows converge. They've converged before two times.
I know.
And one time is to revive Optimus Prime. That was one of the times that they converged the two shows. But so what it really is um the Beast Wars characters are time traveling descendants of the original Maximals or the original Autobots, and then the Megatron's team in Beast Wars, they're actually the descendants of the
The Predacons,
not the Predacons, the
Decepticons.
yeah, they're Decepticon children. They're children of the Decepticons. So even Megatron in Beast Wars is not really Megatron. He took that name as an homage or as to pay respects to the real Megatron. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So and then they clarify that all too in the new cartoon that's on Netflix. There's a three movie setup or whatever on Netflix called War for the Kingdom or something like that, or I believe it's something like that, Kingdom War or something like that. Anyways, on that one, they do one of the movies on Netflix is about them trying to keep the Allspark away from the Predacons and the Decepticons. That's what that movie is about. But then before in Beast Wars, they were just trying to revive Optimus, and now they have this new movie where the Beasts are involved as well. But it's what it is so in this movie, it should be the Beasts are ancient because they time traveled to ancient Earth to live, and they watched ancient Earth and they watched over ancient Earth, and now they're done. Uh, they're done watching, and now they should be taking part in the final battles. Is what that's all supposed to be about. Now, with your question, will the Decepticons be pulling out their lineage and bringing in Predacons? Now that's a possibility because what we're seeing in the throughout the whole series so far is they've been slowly showing us Predacons. Like they've been showing us Predacons throughout the whole series, but they haven't been showing us any Maximals. So that's the whole thing. Is like I've been like, oh, there's a Predacon and there's a Predacon, and all those little appliances and stuff. Those aren't all mini cons. Some of them are actually Predacons.
Yeah.
Like the larger ones or the ones that like sound waves mini cons or whatever. Um, those ones don't count. But then there's other ones, and those ones turn out to be like Predacons and stuff. They take on the shape of birds and lizards and other types of raptors, like what is this Dinobot? Dinobot became a Velociraptor. Well,
Well,
and then Dinobot's like the turncoat, right? He's the dude that went on both sides of the team, and he's like, I don't want to, I really don't like this war fighting stuff at all. Like, and that's what kind of made Dinobot cool. Is he was like, he sabotaged everybody. He wasn't. So I am it doesn't look like it because of how much Gundam stuff I do right now, but I am a big Transformers nerd. I've watched and paid attention to a lot of the Transformers lore and all of them, so I'm definitely a big nerd. Big geek, big geek.
I've seen parts of the original Transformers. I watched Transformers Armada. I think I've seen parts of I've actually seen the whole thing of Armada. Seen a little bit of Energon, and I watched the whole Cybertron, former Cybertron, which is actually my favorite.
Okay.
Even the Cybertron's connected to the Armada and because you see the first three kids from Transformers Armada, and you see Kicker from Energon in the last episode of Transformers Cybertron, and they're all bidding the Autobots farewell.
Yeah.
And you see like the after images for the first three of their mini cons, and then for Kicker, you see the after image of Hotshot. Of what Hotshot looked like in Energon.
So here are the little people for this kit,
Oh my!
right?
Uh-huh.
So, just recently here, me and my wife subscribed to Hulu, and on Hulu they have Gundam.
Really?
They don't have all the Gundam, but they have enough Gundam to satisfy, a novice fan like me.
Yeah.
So I started watching Double O. I'm on like episode 18.
I've seen both seasons of Double O, so
No, I'm only on episode 18, so I'm not very far into it, I don't think. But so far, I like what it is. I like the whole premise of Double O. I was like, that's pretty cool. It gives me a little more respect for the Exia suit because I really didn't. I didn't know what to think about the Exia Gundam. I was like, I don't see why it's so. People think it's fancy. Not really sure why.
yeah. I think for me the first Gundam show I ever watched was Gundam Wing. It was Gundam Wing was the first Gundam show I ever watched,
Yeah, me too.
and I
It
loved
was,
it.
yeah, it was on Toonami when I was growing up. So
Yeah, man.
yeah. That's and that was the exposure. And then after I'd watched that, space it out for a couple years, I watched there was a Gundam that they played on Sci-Fi Channel. They played a couple different things of Gundam on Sci-Fi Channel, but they were not Gundam Wing. And I was like, what kind of Gundam is this? You know, like I didn't know. Like at the time, I didn't know they made different Gundam. I was like, what? So then I found out they made different Gundam, and I was like, oh, cool. That means there should be a whole bunch. Like, you know, like. And I slowly started watching different things. The only thing I haven't watched is 008, MS Team, all those ones. I haven't watched any of those, like War in the Pocket or Coruscant's Revenge. I haven't gotten to any of those yet. Those are all they're on the they're on the chopping block, and I've got plenty of time to get to watching them.
Yeah, for a kid. Yeah, if I try and get kids interested into Gundam, I say build fighters, build divers series. Watch that first because it's more kid friendly.
Yeah, I'll definitely. Well, it's a kid geared show. You know, like that's how I got my kids into playing Beyblades. We watched the cartoon, and then I pulled out Beyblades, and I was like, see, they're real. And the kids just lost they went nuts, and now they have like 30 Beyblades. It's crazy.
I'll admit I think I might have come close to getting into Bakugan myself after I started watching Bakugan.
We have Bakugan, but I don't think it's as big of a hit in this house as other things are. But we do have Bakugan,
I'm
and
all,
it's fun.
I always try and tell people the attribute I do is chaos, the element of light. The chaos.
Your Dynamis, Gundam Dynamis.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, Littles is asking me a question. She. What about it, kid? Master grade. Yep. Yep. My daughter's worked her way up to building master grade kits, and so here's her first celestial being that she built.
Nice.
And she lost his hand,
Uh-oh.
but it happens. I think it's on the gun. But it's a really solid build. I really like it. It's not
Yeah.
bad. Yep. So Caden says she likes the holographic well, those would be the solar parts, right? The holographic solar panels. Solar But it's like I said, it's a super solid build. I really like it. The gun cases come off quick and easy. So, and they also open up nice. I don't know if you've seen the Master Grade or not before, Mike Watson, but
No, I haven't.
so inside of here is where the guns go, the hand pistols. And it closes up. So that's about it. Other than that, it's you know, ammo clips open up off of the front skirt. That's what these actually are. It says they're ammo clips. And then he's got some flares in his. He's got his flares in his kneecaps.
And now this is my first one.
That's the first one she built.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's her SD. So
I think I have like.
she did a really good job for it with how old it is and everything.
Yeah.
I think I-
Very good.
Here you are. Off you go. She just came over to show us all her cool gunplay. She'll be back. She's got some 30-minute missions as well. She keeps calling them SD Gundams, but it's
Well,
okay.
I think I'm kind of starting to look at the 30-minute missions myself, at least the 30-minute missions, girls.
Well, okay. I don't really like the 30-minute mission girls or the other girl kits or whatever, the Gunpla girls. I'm not big into those. Just It's just not my thing. Anyways, I'm not going to get into that. That's a whole batch of politics I don't even want to get into, right? So, I'm just going to leave it at that. Not my thing. It's cool that other people like it. I have seen a few that look cool. that are tasteful, but other than that, I don't feel like they're my taste or my style, so I don't get into them. However, regular 30-minute missions is really cool because of the modular or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Like,
this is
oh man. Here. All right, so here's two 30-minute mission kits and a high grade. I want to say it's a high grade. A
Great.
straight gold. Yeah.
That's,
Yeah.
cut from this.
oh, I think that's Amatsu Mina. I'm sorry.
Yeah, there's a Masumina gold frame. That's who that is. And then
This is really
these are both Spinacios, but this one's red and then this one's regular, I believe, is how this one
I
is.
like the red one. The red one looks like a cat.
So
I like the cat girl.
so those are both 30-minute missions, and I was like, hey, those are pretty cool, like even those. And what's cool about 30-minute missions is they're like a super modular kit. So you can do a whole bunch of mixing and matching with them. A very KitBash friendly type of thing. And there's just like Gundam Skirmish, there's a game for um there's a game for 30-minute missions that's kind of like Gundam Skirmish.
Hmm.
If you know what Gundam Skirmish is, right, Mike?
I don't think so.
It's Warhammer for Gunpla.
Oh, okay, got it.
So if you have like a team, a Gunpla team, basically two to three grunts and a commander, right? That's what your basic team is.
Uh-huh.
So if you have like a GM, a gun cannon, and a gun tank, and Grandpa, that would be your team. Right? Because that's like the Gundam team. That's the team they had in Gundam. Well, that would be your skirmish team. And then on the other side, like if you were using Xeon, you could have like Sazabi as your commander or Neo Zeong as your commander, and then you could just have like a couple different types of Zaku's, like a Zaku 1 and a Zaku 2 and uh
Like,
like because you could do like a sniper as one of your grunts, you could do a close range as one of your grunts, so
Okay.
oh, that guy's cool.
Yeah, I think we were trying to fix his legs.
Yeah, that's the one we tried to buy that silhouette I was just talking about for.
now you know that there
Sitting at the back.
is a. Oh wow.
He's just been sitting at the back.
We tried putting the silhouette on, and the silhouette just didn't work out. So, and that's what happens. He becomes frumpy. But she likes him. She's really proud of it because she did the paint job on him and made him look cool, and
You did
so
a.
just something different. Yeah.
Now you know there actually is a Gundam Astray Gold Frame Amatsu kit, right?
Yeah, there's two different gold frames. I know there's actually three different gold frame kits.
Yeah,
There's the white gold frame and there's two black gold frames.
yeah, that's the one. Yeah, the one that's currently out. There's two of them. There's Amatsu Mina that isn't P Bandai, and then there's Gold Frame Amatsu itself, the one that was piloted by Randu Gina Sahaku, and that's the one that doesn't have that one doesn't have the high heels.
And here's her first high grade.
Nice. That's really
She built this on her own. She sanded it, nipped it out, everything all on her own.
Yep.
I don't help her at all.
I even put one.
She asks me for advice. I show her on a spare piece of plastic or something, and then she goes off and does it all on her own. But yeah, this new Gundam, all hers.
really good.
There you go, sport.
But yeah, anyway, there's the regular gold frame. That one banned. Even the real grade gold frame P Bandai. Got Amatsu, which is also P Bandai, but that one contains parts for Amatsu, for Goldframe Amatsu, and for Amatsu Mina itself.
I was like the real grade that I seen recently comes where you can take the Amasumina backpack off and it's just the Amatsu or whatever is what I'm understanding is it's the backpack that changes or adds that phrase to the build.
Then that would more than likely be the incomplete form, because you probably would have to you'd have to take the backpack from the original gold frame, slap it back, and then you'd have gold Matsu in its incomplete form. I mean, I know there's another form of gold frame too, the Amatsu Mina Hana, which is supposed
Okay.
to be armor. Yeah, that's a white armor version of Gundam Astray gold frame. Amatsu,
That's enough, okay?
sorry.
I'm not you, Mike. I'm talking to my daughter.
Oh, okay. But yeah, and even the Amatsu Mina Hana, the gold frame Amatsu Hana is P Bandai too, and that's I want to say that's a real grade P Bandai, because I think I've seen that on sale Facebook groups too.
I've seen it in a few different places. eBay, Facebook,
Yeah.
even Amazon, I believe. When you type it in on Amazon, they all come up, but some of them will say listing not available or
Yeah.
currently out of stock. And that's when you go click on it anyways and tell them this is the one you really, 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 really wanted, and then they'll send you a gift card or money or something because they didn't have the thing you wanted.
Yeah, I feel that way with the Gundam Astray green frame. I go I go I look anywhere else other than Amazon or eBay, and sorry, we're out of stock. Okay, so when are you gonna get new? When are you gonna get stock?
Well, Amazon's always iffy if they're even going to get stock. You know, they're not one of those companies that even guarantees to have anything Gunpla related because they're just an all around, hey, whatever we can put on our SKU type of a place. You know, they're not
Oh,
really they're a bookstore for crying out loud. No.
oh.
Well, Amazon took over everything. You mean the bookstore? Yes, the bookstore. Whoa. What happened to Barnes and Noble? Oh, they're still around. Really? Yep.
Yeah. Got a Barnes and Noble in Pensacola on Airport Boulevard.
Yeah, we have like 5 or 6 up here in Minnesota.
Yeah, I went over to that Barnes and Noble hoping to find the next volume for the Zelda Twilight Princess manga. Of course, they
Okay.
what I was looking for.
Oh, of course not.
It's all right. I survived.
There's another minifigure.
Oh wow,
This color red.
that must be the Meijin Kawaguchi.
So would that be the guy who steals everything and turns it into the dark matter?
No, no,
No.
that would be no. That's the head of PPSC. Chairman Mashta.
Okay.
He was originally a thief on a planet called Arian, which one of the pilots for the Build Strike Gundam is from.
What?
And he's the Aryan Prince Reggie. But Mashta was a thief who snuck into the palace in Aryan and was magically transported to Earth because of a crystal that he touched, because of a crystal that he stole. And that's how he met his assistant Baker.
Okay. Yeah.
But he also worked with uh, Team Nemesis. That he was supposed to have been the handler for Team Nemesis's fighter in Gundam Build Fighters. And
Oh, okay.
her name's quite a doozy to remember. It's Isla Yukiayan. The last name's kind of like, huh?
Sounds weird.
Oh, she's from Finland, so
Okay. Okay.
so yeah, that kind of explains it. You okay, man?
Me?
Yeah.
It's my system right now. It keeps timing out on me.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
It thinks I'm inactive. So my bad.
Oh, you're fine. Yeah, I probably
My
should.
eyes are all down on this runner while I'm nipping, so I'm kind of not. I never see when my screen goes black.
Yeah, I probably should have brought the rest of my strike, brought the rest of the kit. That way, I could build, keep building while I'm chatting on the show.
Another runner down. Another runner down.
You know what? I'm gonna go get the rest of my strike Gundam kit.
All right, we'll be here. We'll be here. We got watchers. Hey, people out there in social media land. Thank you for stopping by and watching Friday Night KitBash. I'm WebC, your host, and I'm just clipping runners. Parts off runners. Parts off runners. Ooh. I need to sip of my drink. And sip of the drink. I don't know. So yeah, I don't know. We've just been sitting here chit chatting for a while, and I did invite the whole crew in tonight. So I haven't heard a beep for people coming in or anything. So we shall see.
Here I am to wreck the day.
Mike's back. So we got about half hour left on the show. Then I gotta check and see if the guys are gonna come and hang out with me tonight or what. Carrie has been super busy lately. He just got a job. Like he got a job and then he got another job and then he got another job. Like he said he's been working from sun up to sleep. Not even sundown, just sun up to sleep. That's what he told me. So I'm proud of him for getting a job and taking care of himself and stuff like that. So, that's why he can't make it in. That's why he can't make it in to visit. But he'll be all right. He'll find one of those jobs pays better than all the other ones, and he'll cut himself back some. Well, yeah. I mean,
You probably can't see, but I got like little bits of paint on my hand from using the paint markers.
go ahead. I'll zoom you in for a little bit, Mike. Wink,
Yeah.
wink, wink. Figure out your new center and all that.
Yeah, I need to.
It's always fun. So I was just sitting here last night. It took me 40 minutes to pull this exia down from the backlog.
Oh, really?
Well, because it's just, I have so many good kits, right, that are just backed up. Like, I'll just go through the list. I have, for my grunt suits, I have 2 Leos and a GM Quell still sitting up in the backlog. I have 3 black TriStar Zaku 2s. Not Origins, but the original Zaku 2 black TriStars. I've got 3 of those. I've got 1 of each Gundam Wing high grade kit sitting around, except for Shenlong or Ultron, whatever you call it. I need to get 2 of the Shenlong Ultron because I want to do double snake arms like they did in the cartoon. And it upsets me that every time they come out with a model kit for him, they only do a single snake arm. And I'm like, but in the cartoon, he has both arms can do it. So I want it so both arms can do it on my model. So only way I'm going to be able to fix that is if I buy 2 kits and butcher one of the kits for the parts.
What you should do is it. There was actually like a Gundam Wing comic, and the Romefeller Foundation made. They tried to do mass production of like Ultron, Wing Zero, Sandrock, Heavy Arms, Death Scythe Hell, and one of those mass production models actually caught my interest, and there was like a mass production of the Ultron. It's like an Ultron Gundam that's painted all white. I can't remember the name of the Gundam of what it was called, but yeah, it was a Gundam that the Romefeller Foundation tried to mass produce.
Like something like connected to Glory of the Losers or something, that storyline?
Uh, like a CL's Impulse. I'd have to look it up on Wikipedia. I'd have to look it up on the Gundam Wikia site.
Okay. Sounds interesting. Very, very interesting.
Yeah,
Parts.
dude, that's awesome. Also, I was thinking, why the heck would the Russians try to make the 5 Gundams that they hate so much?
Well, if you can't beat them, join them.
Well, the only thought
Let's say those Gundams gave them hell of problems.
yeah, I think my initial thought was that they tried to make to try and discredit Gundams, to try and discredit the Gundams and make them look as they were tools of slaughter, mass slaughter, and
Well, the original, yeah, and okay, so yeah, the original purpose for the Gundams weren't to like pick a side. They were the Gundams were sent out to do a specific mission, and it never worked.
yeah,
Like every time they tried to accomplish the mission, it just kept failing. Like they kept getting stonewalled and certain. It was funny. It was the comedy behind it. And then when they did Endless Waltz, they redid a bunch of stuff throughout the whole timeline and changed things so that it wasn't as comedy and it was more drama based. And then they added in the alternate mobile suit designs in place of other mobile suits. So when you're watching Endless Waltz, Proto Zero is the same thing as Wing Zero. Okay, like the first Wing Zero. Okay, so in the cartoon, the TV show, Wing Zero and Gundam Wing are two different Gundams. Well, in Endless Waltz, Wing Zero Custom and Wing Zero Proto are the same Gundam or whatever. It's they changed it up super bad. And I was like, it caused arguments. Like, trust me, like people argued for months with me about it. I was like, look, it's right here, plain as day. Anyways, that was one of the things that confused a lot of people when uh, Glory of the Losers came out, because they didn't specify in Glory of the Losers, as well as they did in Endless Waltz, that this is not the same timeline. And do not count this as canon for Gundam Wing. Like, this is just an alternate possibility. And, gives you a little insight on other things. So in Glory of the Losers, you get a much bigger insight on Wu-Fei, Pilot Wu-Fei, and then you get a much bigger insight on Zex Marquise, and I believe you get a much bigger insight on the Sandrock's pilot, Katra or whatever. So you get a bigger insight on those three characters, because throughout Endless Waltz or whatever, what do you get? You get Hiro Yui, you get Troll Barton, and you get that little freaking girl and her family, the Trace Kushanada girl or whatever. Her Madi Maya. I hated her. But anyway, she served her purpose, right? She was a little evil that needed to be expunged. And she was evil, dude. Like that. In the comics, anyways, they made her out to be really evil. Not so, like, they made her look tame in the cartoon, but there was that one moment she had that talk with Relina, I believe, and she just sounded like the most evil person on the whole planet when she talked to Relina. I was just like, dang. So yeah, keep that in mind when you think about anything Endless Waltz related, Glory of the Losers, all that. It's all offshoots of an original timeline. It's kind of like what happens in Back to the Future. When you go back, something changed, and then they go back to the future, and it's no longer the same in the future either. Well, that's kind of what they're talking about in Gundam, in the Gundam Wing series, when they get into Endless Waltz and Glory of the Losers, is that it's all about a what if scenario, or let's change things up, because, well, in the TV show they make Hiro out to be the leader, and in Endless Waltz, the pilot for Heavy Arms is supposed to be the leader. So Heavy Arms is supposed to be MSO1.
Gotcha.
Instead, it's a MSO4 or whatever. It becomes MSO4. So that's just the slight variation in the show. Other than that, the tall geese as well. They variate the tall geese between Endless Waltz and the cartoon as well. The Tall Geese 3 or whatever, that then becomes the basic structure for the Epion Gundam. That's all crazy. That's all a bunch of extra stuff. And then the origins for the Epion Gundam are different from the cartoon and Endless Waltz as well.
Okay, yeah.
Because in one, a certain mobile suit begets the other. But in the TV show, they don't really give you a good understanding. Besides, they took the Zero system, they stole the Zero system, they copied it, and they placed it inside of a Tall Geese frame, and then created the Epion. That's all they tell you. They don't tell you anything else. Like, that's basically how the Epion's created. Which is a crazy creation story for such an amazing Gundam. I was like, wow. The Epion is definitely an amazing Gundam, and I found the smallest part in the whole kit. That's a piece. That's a part.
Son of a
That's itty bitty.
Holy mackerel!
That's a tiny part. With my finger. I was out doing yard work all day. Excuse me, I didn't get all the dirt from under my nails. I'll take a shower tonight after the show. That's all the nipping for that one. So yeah, that's the what I basically the basics for what I know for Gundam. But there's a whole bunch of stuff that happens that I'm not 100% like telling you, like that I can't like remember word for word and all that stuff. But it's just like the general synapse and the rundown of everything. That's pretty much what it all boils down to in that one, or the differences, anyways. I had
Yeah.
to do a lot of reading just to get to that, like to be able to boil it down to like this is the difference. Because you get really confused when you watch Endless Waltz. If you've watched all of Gundam Wing, you'll start watching Endless Waltz and you'll just be like, why are they starting Operation Meteor over? Like your brain just goes, wait a minute, what? No, what are they doing? So that's where all that confusion and stuff comes in at too. Is it feels like your brain goes, why are they redoing it? And then you watch and you go, oh, because it needed to make sense. Okay, so they had to go all the way back to the beginning. Flashback time. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Flashbacks. And let's get rid of that. And let's put this one up. All right, everybody out there watching, if you are watching us on replay or if you're watching us live, it does not matter. This is our content sponsor. Their name's Clarksville Hobby Depot LLC. You head on over there and use our code G_Syndicate10 and get a discount on anything you buy over there. Head on over there, check it out. Your purchases are appreciated. Thank you. Booyah, ClarksvilleHobbyDepot.com. Yeah, super happy to still have them as a sponsor. They're a great team, great guy over there. Him and his wife do amazing job getting out packages to customers, and I just love how well they care for their packages and stuff. Everything's like bubble wrapped, double wrapped, put paper all around. It's so nice. I'm like super excited whenever I get a box from them. So, box full of plastic. No. I have actually not been able to order recently because I have been going into and supporting the local shops because I feel like for a little while there I wasn't supporting the local shop. So that's why most of my purchases, when people are like, "Oh, where'd you get that?" Like right now, I just tell you my local shop. They're kind of cool. You know, they don't just do Gunpla. They do like trains and RC cars and a couple other, hobbies, and then they carry Legos and puzzles, and they carry a special type of toy called Playmobil. I don't know if you've ever heard of that.
I have. I've
But,
seen it. They've been advertised on TV before.
okay.
Around the Christmas. Sometimes it'd be around the Christmas time.
Yep. That's usually when Playmobil is a popular to give away. They're kind of like a generic type of Lego slash
Mega Bricks.
kind of, but then there's an aspect of it that's like, what are those little cars that you used to play in as a kid? The little red and yellow cars. And you use your feet to power it. What were those called? Playmobiles or something? By Fiskars or Oscar or I can't even. I'm drawing a blank. We used to take him and pack a bum inside of it and roll him down the hill. And he'd go like 35 miles an hour down the hill. And then we give him a beer and $10 for us torturing him for 5 minutes. So he got paid. So I feel so bad when I tell stories like that. Like, we used to do this when we were kids. What? You know, that's kind of a questionable story to tell. Oh man, I still got 4 runners left to nip out. That's on Nipper Station 1. 4 runners to go. We got 10 minutes. We'll see what we can get done in 10 minutes. Yep. My first Gundam toy that I ever got, my grandmother bought it for me at the Target she worked at out here by where I live now. But it was a Gundam Death Scythe. She thought I would love it, and I did. It was so awesome. But she bought me. They were like those vinyl action figures that came out in the late '90s, early 2000s. Well, they did a run for Gundam, and they did all of Gundam Wing and some of G Gundam. They did a couple of the kits from G, or a couple of the Gundams from G Gundam, and I had them all. My grandma, she would get them all for me, and when I'd come out to visit, I'd get a new one. You know, like my little something to keep my hands occupied, so I wasn't touching all her stuff and digging around in her house and stuff. Here, you know, occupy yourself with this, and you know. So grandma was smart like that. She always did that. Even when my kids were little, she did that with my kids too. She'd always have stuff around her house to keep them occupied whenever we'd go over to visit. Uh, what's that?
I said that was smart.
Oh yeah, definitely. It helped. I bet it helped a lot. I was like, I remember. And it's funny because like I remember being a kid and stuff, and my being sent down to the basement to play with toys when I was a little kid, and watching my kids have the same thing happen to them when they were little. You know, it was kind of funny to me. One of those things where it's like, oh hey, that's something I did when I was little. I went down into grandma's basement and dug around in my toy box and stuff. When I was a little kid, we used to have those big, huge footballs filled with toys, like the big brown football,
Oh,
and
really?
it was a toy bin. Yeah, that was what Grandpa made sure we had, like a toy bin. So he like that's what he went out and got us. At first, it was just like a wooden box, but it broke, and Grandpa was like, "All right, well, we're gonna get plastic this time," and yeah, it worked for quite a while. Let's see, it lasted through all of us kids, the like my generation of grandkids. It lasted through all of us. We had a second generation of grandkids it did not last through.
Yeah, I gotta grab a toothpick or something to get those armor pieces off. Crap.
Oh yeah, toothpick, toothpicky, toothpicky, picky.
So yeah, I think my Guardian Strike Gundam's on hold until I can pop those pieces off.
Oh no! Pop those pieces, Mike. Pop them. Pop them. You get it. You can do it. You can do it.
Well, unfortunately, I don't want to. I mean, I do have other
Well, you
pieces.
don't want to break it. But
Yeah,
I
but
get you. Oh, these pieces are cutting like butter over here, Mike Watson.
oh, that's good.
I like it when they cut and they're all nice and soft and buttery. I like it.
I figured out how to pop them, how to get them popped out
Woohoo!
gently.
Gently insert X-Acto blade. Gently twist left and right. Oh, another runner bites the dust, and another runner down, and another runner down. Another runner bites the dust. I am pretty impressed with all this plastic. This is a lot of plastic. I was not expecting this kit. So I didn't buy this kit either. So you couldn't even ask me how much this kit's worth or anything. Um, I got this kit. I won a competition. I built the Gundam and won the competition. And the person who was giving out prizes, they contacted me and they was like, "Hey, this is what your prize is." I was like, "Wow!" I was like, "Cool." I was like, "I don't have one of those." He's like, "Oh, I bet you don't. It's kind of a rare kit." I was like, "Okay." So keep happy. What was it? The kit I built that I won the competition with was a custom Leo. It was a custom Leo, I believe,
Oh, okay, cool.
that I built. It ended up being like red, black, and gold, and all the colors were amazing. Turned out really nice. Woo! Oh man, and I'm so close, so close. Let's go ahead and try and squeeze these last 3 runners out, huh?
Yeah, I don't want to try to bend my beams, my beam of parts because I sort of slightly bent one of my blue beams.
Oh,
Well, slightly.
well, I have a tip for you. If you want to restore your beam sabers back to the way they were from the factory, I suggest you boil a pot of water and then slowly dip your beam saber in and just slowly lift it directly out and then run it under cold water.
Oh,
The plastic should return to its original shape.
okay.
Just hot water, just really, really, really hot water. Should work. I think that's one of the ways that I've done it before to return things. That's also how you can take some stress marks out of plastic too, is with really hot water.
Hmm.
It'll warm up that plastic and alleviate some of the stress. So if you get like white stress marks that you can't get rid of on a red part like this, like right there, like that might create a white stress mark right here if I nip it. Alright, so it actually didn't create a stress mark at all. Lucky. But sometimes you get stress marks, right? That's where I learned to get rid of stress marks. Well, you can also like that more rubbery plastic. It should like the heat should return it to normal. It shouldn't melt it or anything. Like, don't get your water that hot. Like, don't get it hot enough to where it like turns the beam saber into a spaghetti noodle. Because you could do that too. I don't think you want to do that.
No, I don't want to have to spend either $4 or $5 just to say, "Hey, I screwed something up. I need you to send me another set of blue beam sabers from another Liftworth kit."
Well, you can get blue beam sabers also from High New Gundam as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Or is it?
I remember you guys telling me group on the Facebook group. It was like from the high new, but you have to get it from the RG from the real grade high new.
What? I thought my regular High New has it too.
Oh, it does.
Let me check. I'll double check. Because I got a High New sitting up there, a box in my backlog. I can just look right at the box and see if the beam saber's blue or green.
Because I know the RG, I know the real grade has a.
Oh, it doesn't show it. It doesn't show the beam saber on this.
Well, I think I went on DeLong, a Korean site called DeLong DALONG.net, and they've got building instructions for Gunpla. They even have P band kits too. Have to, but it's like, but in order to find all the P Bandai instructions, you have to click Club G, and that's where you'll find all your Bandai kits.
Okay.
Probably just gonna use toothpick and
Uh-oh.
pop the armor out. That way I don't screw something else up.
Save your nubs. Save your nubs. That's a rule for master grade building. If you don't know, save your nubs. I mean it too. I have like a bucket of nubs. If I have to go back and find a part that's in there, you better believe I'm finding my part. I don't want to have to dig through the trash. So yeah, I get like a little bucket or whatever, and I save my nubs. Oh, look at that!
Oh,
It's
wow.
got carving in it.
I think that goes in like the arm. That's like an elbow for like the elbow. Because I know I actually have a
These two bigger ones right here are for the legs. These two are for the elbows. This one's for the chest.
yeah.
Oh,
Like-
I've put an exia together. Hold on. Got an exia sitting down here somewhere. I'm like, I know about this Gundam. He's cool. Where is he? I have one. He's down here. Come on. Where'd you go, little buddy? You want to get in this one? No? He ran away. That's cool. I don't know where he went. He ran away.
Yeah,
He was down there. I had like, he was finished, but there was something wrong with it. I wasn't happy about something. His legs weren't working right or something. Here, we'll look at it. We'll dissect it together. We'll figure out why it didn't work. So here's a master grade exia, right?
yeah.
So let's see. What did I not like about this guy? Why is he? I don't know. I guess I don't have an answer why he's not over on the. Oh, that's right. I was working on customizing him. Okay, so I was using him as practice for scribe lines.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So that's what I was doing with him. So I got one side of him scribed out, and the other side is not scribed out. That's what's going on with him. Okay. And then he's got extra custom pieces on him as well.
Okay.
I bought the 3D printed upgrade kit for him. So he's got just on his legs, he's got some extra like Verners, and like these fins right here are extra. These Verners right here on his back are extra. So yeah, I added some Verners and stuff to him, and right here, that piece right there is extra. That piece on the shoulders extra. Yeah, so he didn't get a whole bunch of extra stuff, but he got some extra parts and stuff. So that's why I didn't. Okay, makes more sense on why he's not up on display yet. It's because he's still one of my work in progress builds.
Hey,
Not mad at it.
you said you were gonna do a Jim Kuehl. Now is that high grade Universal Century?
Yeah, high grade original. Yeah.
Do you have like an extra head from the Hazel 2 kit?
Actually, I might have that head left over from that Hazel build, but I don't know where to look for it.
I was gonna say, because if you have Hazel 2 kit, you take that and replace the Jim Kuehl head and put the head, and you'd actually have the Jim Kuehl Hazel Reserve unit from.
Oh, okay.
Because the Jim Kuehl Hazel Reserve unit is just a Jim Kuehl with a gun to it. It's extra
These are like all the extra parts from the exia,
Oh, okay, gotcha.
from the exia master grade. Like these are all extra pieces from one kit. I was like, dang. But for the GM Quill, I'll have to like pull boxes out upon boxes upon boxes to find the right one.
And while he's
It might be in here.
okay.
I've got there's an extra head.
Now the Gundam head for the Jim Kuhl Hazel Reserve unit is actually going to be it's a black Gundam head.
Okay, well I don't have that Gundam, but I'm just saying I have the regular Hazel head.
Yeah. Do you have just the Hazel 1 or the Hazel?
No, the Hazel I have is the Hazel Custom, but it's a white one. It comes with Titans colors.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it wasn't black though. It came with the AUG colors Titans, not the black blue Titans colors. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, I meant
Remember, I kitbashed it and turned it into a Core Gundam armor, right?
I think so.
So that one, I used the Titans Core Gundam, and then the AUG Hazel colors matched up nicely on the Core Gundam, but it didn't have a black head. It was a white head for that kit.
Yeah, the Hazel 2, it's a midnight blue color, and I mean honestly, I really hated having to buy that extra Hazel 2 and then just oh, only for that Gundam head just so I could do the Jim Kuhl Hazel Reserve unit.
Mm-hmm.
And that's usually why I try and say, hey, I'm looking for this specific part just to make sure I'm not wasting money on a kit and only grabbing parts that I need and just putting the other parts going, maybe another time.
Right? Ugh, that was grody. I did not like how that part cut itself out. Come on. Yep, I know that sound. Mike's getting tired.
Yeah. Yes, I am. It's all right. But before, I just want to make that shout out to Odin's Mecha Parts and Hobby. They're the ones responsible for the parts for I needed for my current projects, my current build in progress, my Guardian Strike Gundam, and these are two of the parts that I bought from Odin's Mecha Parts and Hobby. Check them out. You can find them on Facebook. You can go to their website at Odin's Mecha Parts and Hobbies.com.
Sweet. Awesome.
Yeah, I think it's probably time for me to call it a night.
Awesome. All right, Mike. Well, we will see you next week.
See ya.
I will be here. I'm going to be signing out too shortly because as soon as this kit signs, as soon as I'm done with these two runners, I'll be done nipping the kit for the night. So you have a great night, and talk to you later.
Alrighty, bye.
Bye. All right, that was our great friend Mike Watson. He came in, stopped by, talked some Gunpla and some other things, and got caught up on some Transformer knowledge with him. Pew, 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 pew. That's nice. Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna have a late night log tonight. I might just run a rerun tonight, and we'll see. We shall see. I sent messages out, didn't get any return messages. Yeah. So yeah, this week, just nipping out the kit, trying to get that done as fast as possible. Doesn't always go the greatest, but next week I'll have the nipping all done, and I might separate all the parts by the, arms, legs, and whatnot. And if I do separate them that way, it'll be easier when we come back, and you guys will be able to see me put the kit together next week. So that's what I'll get to working towards. Have this kit all ready to go and super easy to build. We'll just pull all the parts out and dump them down and makes things easier for all of us. Okay. All right, here we are. This is the last runner. Dun dun dun. Let's go ahead and knock this out the ballpark real quick here. Feel that way. Yeah, we're just knocking them out the ballpark, man. There's a ballpark, and we knock them out of here. And that's what we do, because we knock them out of here, and that's just what we do. Out of the ballpark. I love that phrase. Mhm. My background noise is Rusty Shackelford. Propane and propane accessories. Oh look, I found 2 more people. This kit just gives out all the miniatures. Here's another little miniature. And there's another one right here. All the minifigs. We're halfway there. We're halfway there. That whistle was brought to you by the mouth of Web City. Not supposed to whistle at night. Don't tell nobody I did that. All right, last few pieces. Uh, 19 runners. There you go. That's the kit right there, all on its lonesome. Y'all have a great night. And thanks for joining us on Friday Night KitBash.
Friday Night KitBash. Friday night. Friday Night KitBash. Friday Night KitBash. Friday Night KitBash. Yo.